Hello dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the latest happenings from the world's most enduring monarchy. Today, we delve into a recent development that has stirred both concern and curiosity among royal enthusiasts. Situation unfolding at one of the royal family's most cherished private residences. We'll be exploring an unexpected early closure, its poignant context, and the departure of a beloved, long-serving companion. Before we embark on this intriguing journey, do remember to show your support by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and ringing the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your engagement truly helps us bring more insightful content directly to you. Let us begin. Imagine Scotland's rolling hills, the honey-gold sandstone walls of Balmoral Castle reflecting the Highland light, gardens stretching over acres, opened to the public since spring. For centuries, this pastoral sanctuary has been the British monarch's summer home, private, yet symbolic, a place of quiet tradition, where Queen Victoria holidayed, and Queen Elizabeth II spent her final days in September 2022. Balmoral has long embodied both refuge and ritual in the royal calendar. This summer, however, the castle closed its doors sooner than expected. Originally scheduled to close around mid-August, Balmoral was abruptly shut to visitors on August 4, 2025, due to an unprecedented storm Floris, which wrought powerful winds and peril across Scotland. The estate issued a safety warning, assured ticket refunds, and emphasized public well-being over tradition. For many, this closure came as a surprise. The castle had remained open since April 1 and hosted hundreds of thousands of visitors. But with amber wind warnings, gusting up to 90 miles per hour, officials decided to act swiftly to protect both heritage and people. Officially, the closure aligns with routine scheduling. Balmoral typically closes to the public around August 10 to prepare for the royal family's annual holiday. Yet, the storm forced an early shutdown, cutting off another few days of public access and signaling how unpredictable forces can alter long-standing royal rhythms. Now the timing is especially poignant. King Charles has been in the north of Scotland since late July, conducting engagements near the Castle of May, another beloved royal residence. That estate closed to visitors from July 24 to August 8, suggesting the king may be in residence there before moving on to Balmoral for the traditional August stay. So the juxtaposition feels deeply symbolic. Two royal sanctuaries shuttered, Castle of May, then Balmoral leaving visitors at bay as the king finds reassurance in solitude amid storm and summer alike. Royal Scotland, once open, now quiet. Yet this chapter includes not just a castle's closure, but the final farewell to another royal fixture, Tyrone, a Windsor grey horse who retired after 14 exemplary years of service to the royal muse. Tyrone was more than just a carriage horse. He was a fixture of ceremonies, rituals, and pageantry. A gentle giant, standing nearly 16 hands tall, Tyrone pulled state coaches at countless royal weddings, state visits, trooping the color parades, and even the 2023 coronation of King Charles and Queen Camilla. He helped transport their majesties in the Diamond Jubilee State Coach and the Gold State Coach, symbols of tradition and continuity. 2 days ago, Buckingham Palace published a heartfelt tribute. Despite his age 19, Tyrone ended a career that began in 2012. He is now retired to the Horse Trust Sanctuary in Buckinghamshire, where he joins his father Storm, aged 26, and sister Meg, aged 20, fellow Windsor Greys, who also served the firm. The palace expressed gratitude. After 14 years of noble service with the royal muse, we are celebrating Tyrone and wishing him a happy retirement. They described him as dependable, dignified, and deeply beloved. This story introduces an emotional dimension not often associated with estates and protocol. Tyrone's retirement reminds us that royal history is written not only by people in crowns and titles but by loyal animals who helped bring tradition to life. Picture, if you will, the great carriage corridors at Buckingham Palace or Windsor. Tyrone, trotting in harness under gaslit lamps, pulling the glass state coach carrying Catherine and their children at trooping, or standing patiently as crowds cheered during a coronation procession. Behind the grandeur was this silent companion, steady, reliable, unfailingly present. King Charles and his team have publicly honored Tyrone's service. The palace message came not with ceremony, but sincerity, a tribute that reflects affection for an unsung hero. The images shared show Tyrone across decades, old and young, steady and strong, a life lived in harness, now ending in pasture. Together, the closure of Balmoral and the retirement of Tyrone, speak to transition. One signifies the temporary withdrawal of public access to royal heritage. The other, the retirement of one of its loyal participants. Both underscore how change, whether due to weather or age, is inevitable, even in the most tradition-bound institutions. But why is this significant now? First, it points to climate vulnerability. Storm Flores served notice that the highlands are not immune to modern weather extremes. Balmoral closing early is rare, public access disrupted, gardens unwalked, exhibitions paused, ought for refurbishment, but for safety. It's a sobering reminder that even royal estates face climate realities. Second, it highlights subtle shifts in royal communication. The palace's transparent closure statement, tied to safety, and the open farewell message. To Tyrone, its modern messaging rooted in empathy. The monarchy chooses clarity over mystique, compassion over silence. Third, it reflects longevity and loyalty. Tyrone's story is not spectacle, it is continuity. 14 years of service across reigns, serving Elizabeth II and Charles III. Alike, his retirement may be quiet, but it resonates. Nothing in Windsor's pageantry is permanent. Even fixtures must retire. Now, of course, as the royal residences close and Tyrone retires, royal watchers are curious. Will we see the king at Balmoral soon? Will public tours resume later in August? And what of palace tradition? Will another Windsor grey horse succeed Tyrone in ceremonial roles? Public reaction so far has been one of affection and reflection. In comment threads, many expressed sadness that summer access ended early. Others wrote tender messages about Tyrone. He wasn't just a horse, he was a Windsor grey in the truest sense. Animal lovers and royal enthusiasts alike mourned the departure of a familiar presence. There is also historical resonance. Royals and horses have shared centuries together, from Queen Victoria's carriage rides in Scotland to Elizabeth II's personal fondness for fell ponies and corgis. In fact, Elizabeth's lifelong devotion to corgis and horses was deeply personal, as she once lost her treasured corgi, Willow, in 2018, a blow she reportedly took exceptionally hard. Describing the dog as a direct descendant of her first corgi, Susan, gifted on her 18th birthday. How fitting then that Windsor grazed symbols as iconic as corgis in royal tradition have their own stories of devotion. Tyrone now follows a long line of royal workhorses toward a restful retirement, as we tie both strands together. Storm closure and equine farewell. We're reminded of what royalty ultimately represents: stewardship of history, home and legacy. Balmoral may close to visitors now, but it remains alive in memory and tradition. Tyrone may retire to a sanctuary, but his legacy lives in the carriage corridors and ceremony he powered. What happens next? Will King Charles and his family retire to Balmoral privately? Will new events be rescheduled? Will Tyrone's retirement inspire public awareness about the Horse Trust Sanctuary, or even stewardship for retired royal animals? These questions remind us that royal continuity depends on adaptation as much as ceremony. And for you, dear viewers, what do you think? Was the early closure of Balmoral a sensible precaution, or did it strike too sharp a break in tradition? Are you moved by Tyrone's retirement and the public tribute he received? Do you believe royal communication is changing for the better, more open, more compassionate? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Your perspective shapes this conversation and helps us plan future stories exploring the intersections of monarchy, tradition, and change. Thank you for joining us on this emotional and fascinating royal update. If this video resonated with you, do give it a thumbs up, share it with others who love royal stories, and subscribe to our channel while ringing that bell to stay updated. Until next time, stay curious, stay compassionate, and as always, thank you for watching.